Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order right now, 7:05 p.m. Wednesday, July 14, 2021. Roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor Ta,
Here.
Vice Mayor Nguyen,
Here.
Councilmember Doe.
I'm here.
Okay, Councilmember Ho is absent, and Councilmember Monzo.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Do we have any public comments, please?
Yes, and just for the record, it's 6:05 p.m. right now, not 7:05. So I did not get any requests to speak for closed session items in advance, but at this time, if anybody would like to speak, raise your hand. Okay, first speaker is Jodi Boyd. Jodi.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is Jodi Boyd. I'm the founder of the CAKE Community Foundation in Westminster. CAKE stands for Compassion, Action, Kindness, and Empathy. And our focus is literally at a street and sidewalk level to help the homeless. We go out several times a week to provide healthy sack lunches, fresh fruit, and water to our homeless individuals. I'd like to speak tonight on closed session regarding item number 1, which is a real property negotiation for a property on Fenwick, which I think is a warehouse. Rumor has it that this location is being considered as a potential homeless shelter. And I sure hope that I have received misinformation, because we should not be warehousing homeless people. The majority of them will not go to a shelter. I also would really like to understand what happened to the real property negotiations of just a couple months ago regarding the Motel 6 there on Westminster Boulevard and Willow by the In-N-Out Burger, which would have been a much better location to provide rooms for our suitable homeless population. Something absolutely must be done. So I am going to urge you to not rent a warehouse. We should not warehouse people. It's just like putting them in jail or the asylum without windows, no privacy. They deserve much better, and we can afford to give them much better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next speaker is Terry Rains. Terry?
Good evening, Terry Rains, Westminster. Once again, it is always difficult for the public to comment on closed session agenda items because we do not really know the basis for the discussions and voting. Item 1 is a conference of real property negotiators for 7130 Fenwick Lane. This appears to be a warehouse of some sort located in a medium industrial zone M2 near the 405 freeway in Bulsa. The negotiating party is listed as Outdoor Associates LLC, but the property appears to be owned by a foreign limited partnership holding company, Prologis Targeted U.S. Logistics, both formed in Delaware. There appears to be a current or former tenant, Mission Aerospace. Of course, I don't know if the city is trying to purchase or lease this property, nor do I know for what purpose these negotiations are taking place. When the Motel 6 property was on the closed session a few meetings back, I assume that was to pursue some sort of housing or sheltering of those experiencing homelessness. This building is in an industrial complex, which does not lend itself to an appropriate residential use, even for our homeless neighbors. That is just my opinion. That's not just my opinion, but that of the experts in housing the homeless, both in shelters and permanent supportive housing. I guess more will be revealed at a later date if when these negotiations lead to a real property transaction of some sort. Item 2 is a conference with legal counsel regarding one case of anticipated litigation. I am only guessing this might be related to the discussion that took place during your special closed session meeting last week under the same agenda description. What is it about, I wonder? Could it be related to the Quan Chi Victory Foundation? If so, Mayor Ta and Vice Mayor Nguyen must not be allowed to participate in the discussion. I hope to hear from the city attorney later on tonight as to whether he researched the potential conflict of issue points I raised at the last couple of meetings. Or is it another anticipated employee lawsuit? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Item 3 is a performance evaluation of the city manager, Marwan Yusuf, which I assume is a continuation from the special closed session meeting on July 7th. Because the meetings do not accurately reflect my comments from that meeting, which I already pointed out to the city clerk, I will repeat some of them tonight. For the record, I do not believe this unscheduled review is only about the Tyler Dip fiasco. I am guessing there is much more likely to it. Sometimes good people end up in jobs that are simply not a good fit for their personality and their style. My comments are a direct reflection of what I'm hearing from members of the community, our city staff, our elected officials, and business leaders. The consensus seems to be Marwan is a really nice guy and that he really cares about our community, but that he might not be a good fit for the position of city manager. Our city needs and deserves to be led by only the best. It is crucial to our survival. Right now, in my opinion, we do not have the very best in our mayor, vice mayor, or city manager. The community needs a forward-thinking, confident, proactive city manager. City employees need someone with excellent management skills, not someone who demonstrates, number 1, problematic leadership style, such as micromanagement, number 2, lack of support, which hinders their ability to reach potential, number 3, inability to motivate employees, number 4, no opportunity for advancement, someone who resist hiring, promoting strong individuals. Number 5, lack of recognition and respect. Number 6, failure to shield staff from council politics. And number 7, who is easily intimidated and influenced by the mayor and other certain council members. As I said in the last meeting, if today's discussion is to reconsider Marwan's appointment as city manager, and if a majority of this council decide the appointment is not working out, I encourage you all to find a workable solution that is best for everyone sooner rather than later. While people can be directed to change certain behaviors, no one can change a person's core being, nor should anyone try to. I do not want to see the city council delay the inevitable. Consider a mutually agreed upon separation agreement where both parties agree the city manager appointment is not the best fit, but perhaps public works director still might be, or retirement. In closing, again, Marwan, I am sorry. I am sometimes so brutally honest. People either love me for it or they hate me for it. My comments are not intended to be hurtful, and I appreciate our working relationship, and I hope it continues. I wish you only the best, my friend, for you and for our city, whatever that might be. Thank you.
All right, City Clerk, do we have any other speaker?
No, I do not.
All right, so I would like to announce in Vietnamese. City Clerk asked me to announce in Vietnamese for the Vietnamese speaking resident that right now the City Council, we're going to have a closed section and we will be back in the open section at 7 p.m. So member from the public are more than welcome to come back when we have the open section. Kính thưa tất cả quý vị, bây giờ là vào cái lúc mà Hội đồng thành phố sẽ có cuộc họp kín, thành ra xin phép mời tất cả quý vị sẽ trở lại vào lúc 7 giờ. Thì lúc đó sẽ có cái cuộc họp mở rộng cho tất cả mọi người. Một lần nữa xin cảm ơn cái sự kiên nhẫn của tất cả quý vị. All right, so now we have a closed section.
At this time, we're going to stop the live recording and I'm going to lock the meeting, put everyone in holding. So just bear with me for a few minutes.